Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to explore some fascinating trends.
Today we're looking ahead, trying to get a grip on what's coming down the line in 2025 for, well, investors.
Should be an interesting year. Lots going on.
It is. We've got some seriously disruptive forces at play, and, the investment world, it's not going to be immune.
Not a chance.
We've been digging through a ton of research reports, articles, expert opinions.
Trying to make sense of it all.
Exactly. And we've identified three major trends with the potential to, well, they could reshape the whole landscape.
From the ground up.
Yeah. So are you ready to jump in?
Let's dive in.
Okay. First up, green energy. Now, I know everyone's talking about it, but here's the thing.
It's not just talk anymore.
Exactly. The scale of what's happening, it's honestly mind-blowing.
It really is.
I mean, think about Tesla, right? When they made that move into energy storage.
Total game changer.
Right. But it's bigger than just Tesla. It's a global shift. What's driving this beyond, just eco-conscious consumers?
Well, governments are stepping up, that's for sure, putting their money where their mouth is. We're seeing these huge policy initiatives, subsidies aimed at accelerating the whole adoption of, clean energy solutions. It's not just about climate change anymore. It's about staying competitive in a global economy that's going green fast.
Yeah, absolutely. So for an investor, someone who wants to ride this wave, where are the most promising opportunities?
Well, solar and wind, those are obvious, but the real opportunity, I think, is in the infrastructure that's going to support this whole electric vehicle revolution.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, charging stations, battery technology,
Oh, the grid, right.
even the grid itself. Upgrading it to handle, all this new energy coming in. We're talking about a multi-trillion-dollar transition away from fossil fuels. There's a piece of that pie for, everyone, every kind of investor.
Okay, so I get the why, but how? How do we actually invest in this? Should we all just, go buy a solar panel and call it a day?
Haha. Well, you could, but if you're looking for a broader exposure, ETFs are a good place to start.
Exchange-traded funds, right.
Exactly. You get instant diversification.
Yeah.
A basket of companies in the sector.
That makes sense.
But for the more adventurous investor, digging into individual stocks, particularly companies in things like hydrogen, energy.
Oh, hydrogen, yeah.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I've heard some buzz about that.
Yeah, some of these startups, they're working on some truly disruptive tech. Imagine a world, powered by hydrogen. It's early, but the potential is huge.
Yeah, I'll have to add that to my research list.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit to something that sounds a little sci-fi.
Okay, what's
AI. Artificial intelligence taking over portfolio management.
Ah, yes.
Am I picturing robots in suits making trades on Wall Street?
Not quite robots, but the image isn't that far off. AI is changing how we invest. It can analyze massive amounts of data, spot trends humans just wouldn't catch. It's like having a superpowered analyst working around the clock to optimize your portfolio.
That sounds amazing, but is AI really that much better than, a seasoned financial advisor, someone with years of experience?
It's not about better or worse. It's about different strengths. AI can crunch numbers at a speed and scale we just can't match, but human judgment, intuition, especially when it comes to things like risk tolerance, long-term goals, that's still vital. It's about using the best of both worlds.
That makes sense.
And we're already seeing that play out. I mean, look at the rise of robo-advisors.
Yeah, like Betterment, Wealthfront.
Exactly. They use algorithms to create personalized portfolios based on your needs and risk profile. And then on the more complex side, you have hedge funds, institutional investors. They're using these sophisticated trading algorithms, momentum trading, mean reversion, all sorts of strategies to get an edge in the market.
So there's a spectrum of AI involvement from, robo-advisors for individual investors to these high-frequency trading algorithms that are blinking in and out of the market.
Exactly, a whole range.
So for someone who's listening, who's intrigued, where do they even begin to explore this?
Well, there are plenty of platforms out there that'll let you experiment with AI-driven investing, kind of get a hands-on feel for how it all works.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you can talk to a financial advisor who incorporates AI into their practice.
So find the right fit for your needs.
Absolutely.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about decentralized finance. DeFi.
Ah, yes, the Wild West.
This one, I'll admit, this one sounds a little intimidating.
A little bit, yeah.
Can you break it down for us? What is DeFi and why should we care?
Imagine a world without banks. That's the basic idea of DeFi. It uses blockchain, same technology behind cryptocurrencies, to create a financial system that's decentralized. No middlemen, no banks, just individuals empowered to manage their own finances.
So instead of trusting banks, we're trusting code, algorithms. What does that look like in the real world?
Think of platforms like Uniswap or Aave.
Yeah.
They're facilitating trading and lending, but on a decentralized basis. You're interacting directly with other people, not a bank.
Interesting.
It means potentially higher yields on your savings, greater access to financial services no matter where you are. We're also seeing the rise of tokenized assets. So imagine owning a piece of, say, a piece of real estate or a famous artwork through a digital token.
I'm listening.
DeFi makes this possible. It opens up opportunities that were previously only available to, well, to a select few.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could really change things.
Yeah.
But honestly, it also sounds super complex. Where does someone even start if they're, totally new to this world?
Don't overthink it. Start with a DeFi wallet and find platforms with user-friendly interfaces.
Wow.
Start small, experiment, learn as you go. Don't be scared by the jargon. The core idea is actually really simple: transparency, accessibility, and empowerment.
Transparency, accessibility, empowerment. I like the sound of that. All right, so we've covered three massive trends here: green energy, AI and investing, and the rise of DeFi. 2025 is shaping up to be, well, kind of a wild ride for investors.
Definitely a wild ride.
Any final words of wisdom for our listeners who are trying to make sense of it all?
These trends, they're still developing, evolving, and that's exciting because it means there's incredible potential for, for those who get in early. But it also means a lot of uncertainty. The key is to stay informed, do your research, and be ready to adapt as things change.
It's a fast-moving world.
It is, and
Well,
it's not about picking winners and losers. It's about understanding the forces that are shaping the future of finance and positioning yourself, to thrive in this new reality.
so it's all about staying curious, learning, adapting.
Exactly.
Great advice. Thanks for breaking down these complex topics and helping us navigate the future of finance.
It's been my pleasure, really. Always fascinating to talk about what's coming next.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, here's something to think about as you go about your day. As these trends converge, how might we see green energy projects funded, through DeFi platforms? Could AI be used to optimize those investments for maximum impact?
Now, that's an interesting question.
Right. The future of finance is full of possibilities. It's up to all of us to shape it.
That it is.
Until next time,
See you then.
happy investing, everyone.
Be smart out there.